If you're a federal student loan borrower, then 9 times out of 10, you've had some type of rife with your student loan servicer. This complaint here is brought on by the American Federation of Teachers, who's suing Mohela. There's a complaint against Mohela. Well, this is actually an amended complaint that was filed on the 15th of January. Now, if you aren't familiar with the American Federation of Teachers, they also are suing the Department of Education due to the harm that they have brought to student loan borrowers with the delaying application, processing an income driven repayment plan application, amongst other things. I've covered it quite a few times. But in this particular complaint, let's talk about it. So in the introduction, it tells us that since 2011, the Department of Education has paid Mohela over $1.1 billion to do one job, which is to help borrowers navigate their student loan options. Mohela has consistently failed at this job to borrowers' detriment. Americans, including American educators, frontline healthcare workers, and other public service workers, are drowning in student loan debt. But at a time of staggeringly high costs and the disappearance of pandemic support when borrowers need help the most, instead of providing cash-strapped borrowers with the assistance they need, Mohela traps over 6.5 million borrowers in a system of its own design, rife with errors, misinformation, and broken promises. And then they go on to tell you what section of the law they are in violation of. The student debt crisis touches 45 million Americans who owe more than 1.8 trillion in student loans. But for the borrowers whose loans are serviced by Mohela, the crisis is especially acute. By cutting corners, prioritizing its bottom line, and deliberately ignoring its responsibilities to borrow, Mohela in a few short years have grown into a leviathan in the industry, which means they are extremely large in this industry, tripling its servicing portfolio during the COVID-19 to more than 8 million student loan borrowers. This includes borrowers seeking public service loan forgiveness program that was created by Congress in 2007 to provide that path to loan forgiveness for teachers, first responders, and other public servants, as well as those working at nonprofit organizations. Mohela's shocking series of abuses described below particularly impacts teachers and other public service workers, preventing them from accessing the loan forgiveness Congress promised them almost 2 decades ago. The sheer scale of Mohela's wrongdoing is staggering and reaches across the country. So as you go through the complaint, I'm going to go down to number 6. It says Mohela's misconduct is not just a matter of incompetence. Mohela knew exactly the responsibilities it took on as a servicer and willfully disregarded those responsibilities, instead gobbling up more and more of the market, even as its incapacity and unwillingness to serve existing borrowers was increasingly apparent. Mohela's servicing failures are exacerbated by a scheme it designed to inhibit borrowers' ability to access live customer service representatives and instead divert borrowers to inadequate self-service phone and website platforms. This scheme results in long call wait times and poor service, leaving borrowers unable to get basic information about their accounts or correct the problems Mohela causes. Borrowers who manage to connect with live customer service representatives encounter individuals whom Mohela has failed to train or supervise, resulting in the dissemination of inaccurate, unhelpful, and often damaging information. Let's keep going.